I was finally able to see Hamnet. Is it really one of the best movies of the year? Let's talk about it. So here we are again talking about and reviewing another Oscars frontrunner movie for this year, and that's going to be Hamnet. This is directed by Chloe Zhao, and this movie has been gaining a lot of steam these past couple months, premiering at some fall film festivals. Then it had a limited release date, I think 2 weeks ago, and then it finally went wide this week. I finally got a chance to see it, and is it the masterpiece that some people are saying it is? To me personally, I don't know if I think that way on this first viewing, but I gotta say, I thought it was a great film overall on that first viewing. It is emotional, like everyone else has been saying. It honestly devastated me while watching it. I'm saying on first watch, and I'm having a hard time saying that because I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to watch this movie again. That's how, emotional and heavy hitting it is. I want to watch it again, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I know that this is going to be a big Oscars movie in the next couple of months while we wait for those nominations. I think a lot of people are going to watch this, and I think a lot of people aren't going to like it. I'll get into those reasons why. I don't think it's a perfect movie like some people are saying. I don't even know if it's a top 10 movie of the year for me so far, but I still thought it was a greatly made film. Probably one of the best parts about this movie and what people are going to be talking about the most is the acting here. Every single performance is top notch, and I thought that everyone did such a great job here. I guess I'll talk about basically our best person in this movie, which is going to be Jessie Buckley. She was just flawless in this movie. You feel her emotion through the screen, what she's feeling during certain moments, during pain, death, agony in here. You feel that, and I'm like, I feel the weight that she's been given in this movie, and by the end you're really with her till that last second of the movie. Yeah, I think the movie kind of ends on her eyes, if I can remember, and you just feel that emotion. I think that she's basically the front runner for best actress for the Oscars for next year. I mean, I've seen sentimental value in this movie, and I'm not sure who I'd want to win between Jessie Buckley and Renate Reinsve. I kind of am liking Renate Reinsve a little bit more, maybe because I like that movie a little bit more, but they're both kind of tied for me for now, but I see them both as the front runners for now. Paul Mescal was once again great here. He's playing William Shakespeare, and I really liked this character. I didn't really know too much about William Shakespeare, and this movie, you kind of get to look into him and see that he doesn't really like talking to people that much. He communicates in a different way, of course, through stories. And I really love Paul as an actor. He is so great. I like Gladiator 2 more than other people, and I thought he was great in that. And I see him also getting an Oscar nomination here. He was fantastic as well. Jacoby Jupe is also a standout in this movie. He plays the title character of this movie, Hamnet, who eventually passes away. He almost got me to tear up at a couple of scenes. I mean, he was really nailing it. And he's just a child. I was like, damn, this kid is terrific here. I'm not saying he's going to get an Oscar nomination, but he kind of deserves it in my eyes. He really kind of stole the show in some of these few scenes. And even though this movie won me over emotionally, I had a hard time getting invested into the story here. I mean, I really liked the characters and what was happening in their lives, but the story kind of didn't really move me that much. The characters' emotional moments moved me, but the story itself, I had a hard time getting into. I think it's maybe because the time period this took place in, or I think it's because of Chloe Zhao as a director. Don't get me wrong, some scenes she was great in, but this movie, just like Eternals, I just have a hard time getting on the same wavelength that she's trying to, put into her films. She has a certain way that she's directing things, and some things I think are terrific, and then other scenes I think are, flawed. They're not put together in the best way possible. So I'm not really, aiming to put Chloe Zhao as like best director for the Oscars, but I mean, her direction is kind of all over the place for me. I think it's a little bit messy here. That's why I couldn't connect too much with this story. The score to Max Richter is also another huge positive for this movie. It gets you really emotional, but I do have one flaw for this score. The one flaw is that he uses the theme of On the Nature of Daylight. This is a very famous theme, of course, you know, the biggest theme from Arrival, that like sad theme that plays. I think this is a theme that's been overused way too much in media these days. I mean, I've heard it in so many things, and it's a theme that's supposed to get you really emotional, but I don't think it works anymore because I've heard it so many times. It plays and I'm like, oh, it's that theme. It's memorable, but it's not new. So I had a hard time with that. I had a hard time with it playing, especially at a huge emotional moment at the end of the film. It kind of just irked me a little bit, but the rest of the score was really great. So overall, Hamnet is a great film in my eyes, but I don't think it's a masterpiece like some other people are saying. Don't get me wrong, this is a really emotional movie. The emotions are really landing, but I had a hard time connecting with Chloe Zhao's direction and the story overall here. The acting across the board was top notch, and I think the ending really landed with me, but some parts in the middle and some parts of the beginning just didn't flow too well with me. So I'm gonna give Hamnet a low 8 out of 10. If you also got to see Hamnet, leave your own thoughts down below in the comments. If you enjoyed my review, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.